This is a question that comes up quite often. Why bother with measurement? Isn't it just some kind of geeky thing that's a bit esoteric? Actually, I would say no. It's a business imperative that you measure what you're doing and that you show what success is and that you've achieved it. So in my experience, getting measurement right will win you more money, it will help you to grow your team, and more importantly, it helps you to grow your influence. If you want to be recognised at board level, you have to be serious about measurement.
I think all agencies ask themselves, why should we bother with measurement? And it's just fundamental to really proving the value to our clients, to the work that we're doing, for internal pride as well, for your team and your colleagues working on client accounts to know that they're actually making a measurable difference.
Well, our attitude is, if you can't measure it, why do it? We set the business up in 2011 with the main goal being to measure the outcomes from PR, commercial outcomes, not just kind of indicators at a kind of a press coverage level, but actual business outcomes. That's our main goal, is to make sure we can attribute real world outcomes to PR activity.
Some clients are naturally more inquisitive than others and really place the onus on us to meet their exacting standards on measurement. Others, we have to really hold their hand and take them on a journey. Perhaps because the industry as a whole hasn't been particularly great at this in the past. A lot of it starts with the benchmarking at the start. You've got to know what dial you're moving at the beginning, and people shouldn't just bolt on evaluation at the end. It starts at the beginning and part of the planning process.
It's quite tough to persuade people to invest in measurement, and my approach has always been to lead from the front. So actually, I think as agencies, it's up to us to lead the conversation and show by example what can be done, rather than just going with a begging bowl and asking for money.
Measurement can be inexpensive and reasonably accurate, or very expensive and very accurate, and it's a sliding scale. So you need to find the most appropriate level of measurement for that client. And some clients are really bought into measurement and some aren't. You've got to take them on a journey. There is some level of measurement that you can do with any client, even for free, as part of a retainer, through to tens of thousands of pounds if you really want to look at full marketing attribution.
People think they have to spend a lot of money, they might have to do pre and post awareness research, things like that costs a lot. The good news is you don't. There's a lot of free data out there, Google Analytics, social platforms, all of that data is freely available, and you can use that to start measuring, and then if you have more resource, great, you can spend more.
It really is open-ended. There isn't one answer to this. There's no silver bullet. I think as a rule of thumb, we say around 10% of your overall sort of campaign budget. But often we say to clients, what else are you doing in terms of measurement on other wider marketing pieces or internal staff engagement pieces? Because actually, let's link them all together, remove the silos, and pull together lots of the data and reports that you've already got in place and use them to help measure what we're doing for you. In the early years of my career, I'd worked in agencies where it's who could throw the biggest folder of coverage onto the desk and make it thud to impress the client and kind of say, yeah, you've paid us threepence halfpenny and we've given you an ROI of £1 million. And then the client will go, actually, no one thinks any differently about us. Sales haven't got up, nothing's changed. So why are you so excited about this £1 million worth of AVE?
The conference in Barcelona was 2010, where it was ruled out as a way to measure PR. So any organisations that's still doing it now in 2019 are well behind the curve. And definitely aren't going to win any awards because most of the industry throw award papers out for measuring like that. So it's a nonsense confection.
It's a vanity metric really. The higher the AVE, the higher the circulation of the website or the newspaper, but 9 times out of 10 people are just measuring volume, not quality, and that's what's wrong with AVEs. It can be a bit daunting getting started with measurement, but the good news is there's a lot of free resources out there. So AMEC, the International Association for the Measurement of the Effectiveness of Communications, is a really good place to start. They have a free interactive tool, workshops, videos, case studies, everything you need to get started. Someone
senior's got to really sponsor it and push it forwards, because everything flows downhill, and if people at the top aren't interested, it just won't stick. Having a pool of people that are pulled together as a little team, as a little gang within the agency to kind of learn, bring it forward and share best practice really helps as well. And just don't try and do everything at once, just take some initial steps. Start off with one client, one project maybe, and just kind of build up the internal confidence of clients and kind of go from there really.
As an organisation, if you're looking to embrace measurement, really it's got to happen At a vision and values level within your organisation, it can't just be here's a team, a measurement team, go and measure things. Make sure there's plenty of training available for people to learn all the various different aspects of measurement.
And also, if you're an agency or an in-house colleague and you know somebody that's already doing it, have a coffee and pick their brains. We're a small community and happy to share good practice and advice.